Well, occasionally we get the opportunity to make some fun announcements. We're doing that today,
Yeah,
and so
it's
we're really
a super cool announcement
Yes.
to me because, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. But
Okay. And so we're going to bring in, we got a whole crew of people, and we are going to start with Lisa Bright today, who is here not representing City Council,
Right.
like she might normally would be, but she's here representing the Will Bright Foundation. Lisa, we're so glad that you and all your friends are with us today, and we're going to get to each of them. But let's start with you. For people who may not be familiar, let's talk about the Will Bright Foundation for just a minute.
Yes, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Always happy to be on the show and talk about the foundation, talk about the city. But today is foundation work. So the Will Bright Foundation is a nonprofit that we founded after we lost our son Will to a heroin overdose. And the primary thing that we focus on is helping men coming out of recovery that need that extra step with transportation, housing, and job placement. So we do a really good job of that at Restoration Springs with our facility in Fayette, Alabama. But as a nonprofit, you need to do events and fundraisers. So the exciting part that we're going to talk about today is what we kind of queued you up on about a month ago.
yeah, you teased it a little bit.
We were on the show and we almost let it slip, but we wanted it to be fun and have a little surprise to you. Mainly this person here on my left, but we'll get all the introductions in, so I'll shoot it back to you, Brandon.
Okay. Well, we're going to turn over to Paul Bentley with Paul Davis.
Bentley.
Sorry.
Pat
Oh, my
Bentley.
gosh, I knew I was going to do that.
It's okay. There's a bunch
Pat
of key names
Bentley
there.
with Paul Davis that's here. And Pat, you have some exciting news. We're going to kind of let you tell people what is coming up and how you're contributing.
Well, last year we did a concert here in Trussville with the Chamber of Commerce, and we wanted to repeat that process, but we did it a different date this year, and decided to look for a different partner to partner up with. And Paul Davis Restoration, they had a kickoff of a campaign they started in the fall of being a difference maker, and getting to know Lisa and Bill at church and stuff like that right there, we looked at it as an opportunity to put a concert together. While we're restoring people's houses, we also have an opportunity to restore people's lives. And it was kind of a perfect marriage there between the two, using the word restore. And so started thinking about who we could bring into town, who would be a good draw. And I just happened to run across Telluride on Facebook. And we got Rick Carter here with Telluride, and to announce that Telluride will be at the Trussville Entertainment District August the 5th, and we'll be doing a concert. We will have Space of a Day Band and a couple other singers that will do it, sing while we're transitioning from one band to the other. And it's going to be an all-around good night. Rick and I have got a little bit of a history together. Back, Rick?
Few weeks back.
Yeah, a few weeks back. I guess it was in the early 90s. Yeah. We used to do a Toys for Tots fundraiser at Louie Louie's.
Correct.
And
blast from the past there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Telluride, along with another band called Revolver, would do the fundraiser with us for the Toys for Tots, and they would mix their band members up and everything. So we already had a little bit of connection. We've actually talked about some of these things that we've done in the past like this over the last few weeks.
Well, so give everybody the name of the event, and then I see a pretty sizable check laying over there. So let's bring that out to you.
We're calling the event Rockin' for Restoration. Right. And that is for Restoration Springs, and it is a fundraiser with sponsorship opportunities. To be the title sponsor we have gotten, and we're fixing to make that announcement right here in just a minute, but there's some gold sponsors, silver sponsors, and bronze sponsorship opportunities that people could get on board. 501c3 that would make it tax deductible and everything. So, but it's August the 5th here at the Trussville Entertainment District, Rockin' for Restoration with Telluride.
All right.
Yep.
Now I want to bring Brian Brown from Brown Automotive Repair. He's the presenting sponsor. Brian, why did y'all decide to get involved in this effort? We're going to pass the mic. We're playing pass the mic today.
We're short on mics. So I'm Brian Brown. I own Brown Automotive Repair here in Trussville. I started a business not only to fix cars, but to give back to the community and help everywhere I could. So we're always looking for opportunities to give back any way we can. Good friends here with Pat. Paul Davis is a great customer of mine. We do a lot of things together. Pat reached out to me and said, hey, we've got this opportunity. We did some stuff together last year. He said, we've got this great opportunity to help a great cause. Was you interested in helping? And I said, absolutely, sign me up. We didn't talk about numbers or nothing. I said, I'll do it. No big deal. Just consider it done. Just tell me who to write the check. We'll take care of it. So we're glad to partner with Paul Davis and help the Will Bright Foundation out and hopefully raise not only just this little bit of a donation, but all the money we can to really help this foundation out to do the work they're doing that is so important for people transitioning from recovery into I don't want to call it the real world because there's nothing real about it right now. Workforce. There we go is the proper term for that, I reckon. And they do a great job at it, and anything we can do to help out.
Well, let's. Somebody's the recipient of that check, so let's
Absolutely.
hand that to.
We've got a check here to give Lisa Bright from the Will Bright Foundation to kick this off, and hopefully this is just the start of the donations that we can get for the Will Bright Foundation.
Now, Lisa, you had said earlier that people can donate, and they can donate even when they come in the door that day. There will be QR codes and just all different ways to give money. Yes. And but let's bring Rick Carter in as well. Rick, what can people expect that day from you guys?
Well, first I want to thank Lisa and Bill for such a great addition to the community. Recovery is very important, and a lot of people are suffering now. So that being the basic premise of such a great event to raise money for something that's needed in the community, in every community. Telluride, the band, is very, very well pleased to be part of this. We do a lot of these kind of things for these because the effort is A+. Every community needs support at every level. And we are excited to come to Trustful. And I drove through here today, and good grief, this is the place to be. If you're watching and you hadn't been to Trustful in a long time, then you need to come to Trustful.
Oh, thank
You can go to Edgar's, you can go to Moe's, you can go to 2 different breweries. It's amazing, the whole city, and this is an amazing event, and amazing that you get the support that you have, and we are pleased to be here.
Well, I think that I can't imagine y'all not having a great crowd on August 5th. I was just thinking, I'm like, they could give away brown paper bags at the Trustful Entertainment District, and people show up in droves.
Yeah, it's,
and so put it on your calendar for August 5th for Rockin' for Restoration and to check out Telluride that day.
This is going to be, and you're a youngster, so I'm a boomer,
Not.
and I'll talking to the boomers out there. You all know who Telluride is. If you grew up in Alabama, especially in the Birmingham area, but really the entire state, in our day, Telluride was about as big a name in terms of a local band, and it just wasn't Alabama, Rick. It was really throughout the Southeast. You guys played and were extremely well known. I mean, Telluride reached some pretty high levels of music, live music.
Go ahead, Rick.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We've been very blessed. And we still do it. We've just celebrated 45 years and of playing constantly. So quite an accomplishment. And there's still 4 of the 5 original guys from 1977. So you need to come out and do what most people go, they're still alive. So just for that.
I did not know until y'all came in today that Revolver is going to be part of this as well.
No. Back in the day, he was saying that when we did that event,
Toys for Tots.
Space of a Day with my
deal.
friend Ben Trexel.
Because that would have been one of the other big names
That's right.
back then. But
Maybe next year,
Telluride
Scott.
was about
Yeah,
as
there is another, yeah.
they were about as big as it gets. So I'm excited about this. I think a lot of people in my age bracket are going to be excited about it. But to those of you who came along after, you children, y'all are going to love this. This is a night you want to put on the calendar right now. You don't want to miss it.